It was a calm morning in the Persian Gulf. The sea looked peaceful, but beneath that calm, tension was building. American destroyers were patrolling international waters as part of a routine mission, watching, listening, ready for anything. But that day, something unexpected happened. An Iranian warship locked its radar on a U.S. Navy destroyer, the kind of radar lock that usually happens seconds before missiles are launched. The crew instantly knew this wasn't a drill, it was a warning, or maybe the start of something much worse. To understand why this moment was so dangerous, we need to step back. For decades, the waters of the Persian Gulf have been one of the world's most sensitive military zones. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow passage between Iran and Oman, is where 1/5 of the world's oil passes every single day. Any conflict here could shut down global trade and send oil prices soaring overnight. Both the United States and Iran know that control of this area means control of an economic lifeline. Because of that, American warships constantly patrol the region, ensuring freedom of navigation, something Iran often sees as a direct challenge to its sovereignty. On that particular day, the USS The Sullivans, an American destroyer, was conducting a standard patrol alongside Allied ships. The mission was routine: monitor shipping routes, scan for suspicious movements, and maintain presence. But Iranian patrols had been growing bolder. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy, known for its fast attack boats and aggressive tactics, had been testing U.S. resolve for months. Suddenly, the ship's radar picked up a new contact, an Iranian frigate, approaching slowly, about 12 nautical miles away. At first, it looked like a typical shadowing maneuver. But then, the tone of the U.S. radar alarm changed. The Iranian ship had activated its fire control radar, the same system used to guide missiles toward a target.
We pretty much run the show here in combat.
We talk from here to see what's out.
Inside the destroyer's combat information center, tension spiked. Sailors shouted coordinates. Officers ordered countermeasures on standby. The captain ordered the crew to go to Condition 1, full battle readiness. Every weapon system was powered up. The Phalanx gun spun to life. Missiles were armed but not fired. The next few seconds felt endless. On the bridge, the captain's voice was calm but sharp. Do not provoke, but be ready to respond. Everyone knew what that meant. If Iran fired first, the U.S. Navy would respond with overwhelming force, and the Persian Gulf could explode into war. For almost a minute, both ships faced each other across the blue water, locked in a silent standoff. The Iranian frigate's fire control radar stayed locked. The U.S. destroyer's defensive systems tracked it back. Any wrong move, any misread signal could mean hundreds of lives lost and the beginning of a regional war. Then, suddenly, the radar lock vanished. The Iranian ship turned slowly, breaking off and heading back toward its coastline. The immediate threat was over, but the message was clear. Iran wanted the U.S. Navy to know they could push the line, right up to the edge. After the standoff, U.S. intelligence analyzed the event. It wasn't an accident. The radar lock was deliberate, part of Iran's pattern of gray zone tactics, dangerous maneuvers meant to test U.S. reactions without triggering a full-scale fight. This wasn't the first time. In past years, Iranian boats had buzzed American ships, fired warning rockets near aircraft carriers, and even captured U.S. sailors in small boats. Each time, Washington condemned the actions but avoided escalation. Both sides knew that a real war would be devastating. Inside the Pentagon, officials reviewed the footage and radar logs. The conclusion: Iran wanted to send a political message. a show of defiance at a time of rising sanctions and diplomatic pressure. It was a way to say, "We are not afraid." For the U.S., the challenge was to maintain strength without starting a conflict. Behind the scenes, commanders quietly changed patrol patterns, reinforced carrier groups, and issued new engagement rules, emphasizing discipline and restraint. The sailors aboard the destroyer later described that day as one of the most intense moments of their careers. One crew member said, "We all knew what could happen. One wrong signal and missiles would be flying, but discipline saved the day." The captain's calm leadership prevented panic and escalation. He chose to hold, not because the U.S. Navy was weak, but because wisdom sometimes means restraint. In the aftermath, analysts debated what the incident meant. Was Iran trying to provoke the U.S., or simply showing strength to its own people? Many experts believed it was both. By demonstrating that it could aim at an American warship, Iran reminded the world it was a regional power that couldn't be ignored. For the U.S., it was a test of resolve, and proof that professionalism and training matter even more than firepower. Years later, the incident still stands as a reminder of how fragile peace can be at sea. A single radar lock, a single misread signal, could change history. It's also a lesson about human control in the age of high technology. Warships can detect threats in milliseconds, but it's human judgment, not machines, that decides what happens next. That's what prevented a war that day. In the end, both ships went their separate ways. No shots fired, no lives lost. But both nations knew how close they had come. The Gulf returned to its uneasy calm, the waves hiding 1,000 unspoken warnings. And somewhere out there, another U.S. destroyer continues its patrol, radar scanning, eyes watching, always ready for the next silent test in the world's most dangerous waters.